What's up, gamers, gamies, and game heads? My name is John, and welcome back to, finally, fuck's sake, damn it, oh my god, to Ascendant HUDs. Last time, basically, as you can see right here, right now, freaking Shiori and Aiko is taking a nice, steamy, relaxing hot spring bath. And we're trying to decide if we can leave. If we leave, we'll stall some time just to look at the beauty that they have left us right now. But to be honest, let's leave so we don't get attacked or with any magic or anything by Shiori, knowing her. And by the way, no face cam like last time. I think like last time, yeah, I didn't show no face cam. But yeah, also along with that, happy anniversary to Wi-Fi Dangle Style. Yeah, it's been a year for them. And it's gonna be almost a year for us, like for me playing their game, like in a month or in next week. I don't fucking know, man. But shit, and also a special project for them as well too. So enough of me rambling. Let's continue the story. Let's leave so we don't get killed. Leave. Right, I'll go. If you're sure it's safe. Embarrassed and still a bit perplexed, I leave. I wander around the mountain and try to avoid the guardians until Shiori finally calls my name, and I approach the sacred spring cautiously. Oh, there they are. That was very rude of you earlier, Hayato. I didn't do it on purpose! A likely story. Come on, we should leave before the guardians become restless. Transition. Hey, this is the professor, Dr. Takazawa. What it took you so long? Shiori scrawls and Aiko hides her face. They had a closer encounter in the water of the sacred spring. The good news is the water really did tell them whether or not that there was any danger from the monsters. Oh, going for a swim are the hardly scientific, but I suppose I can't fault your enthusiasm. It wasn't quite like that. Just give him the flowers. Her tone makes it clear if I waste any more time, she'll take it out her annoyance at the stranger on me. Instead, I hesitantly retrieve the collection of flowers from my inventory and hold them out to the scientist. Excellent! Oh, and I see you brought more than oh, static P is freaking golfing. Alright, live, alright. I'm sorry. Oh, and I see you more than 4 I asked for. You do realize I won't hand out a quest request for this, correct? Yes, I wanted to make sure you had enough for all of your experiments. I admired your devotion to science. Oh, for science. More like my devotion to never dealing with the Guardians again. How quickly can you analyze the flowers? 30 days. 3 days? I know, it's rather impressive, isn't it? Once you become a true scientist like myself, you'll find that you can manage the time quite effectively too. No, I am not impressed. We can't wait for 3 days. These things take time. But what are we supposed to do for the next 3 days? Whatever you adventurers normally do. Now shoo, all of you, or I won't analyze the flowers at all. Looks like it's 3 days or nothing. We'll have to accept it. Transition. I'm gonna fight for some rammers, grind a little bit more, be more powerful. I can't believe we have to wait. We're not on a deadline. Every day we don't stop the dark wolves is more day they could attack. Lightshire has been fortunate so far, but we can't keep going like this. Hey, what if we try to research the legendary magic he told us about? Ascendancy? I thought we decided it had nothing to do with the monsters. We don't know that for sure, and that woman at the sacred spring didn't seem like she was there for religious reasons. This might still be important. Right. Let's split up if we can and see if we can learn anything about the Ascendancy or Ascendant magic. We'll meet at the end this evening to share our findings. Agreed? Agreed! Okay. Transition. It feels weird to be here by myself. I look around for someone to talk to, and I finally approach the counter where we turn in our quests. Excuse me. Yes? Have you ever heard of Ascendancy? Have I heard of what? Ascendancy. It's called Ascendant Magic? Is that a new method of flight? Not even close. Then I have no idea. Oh, thanks anyways. As I look for someone else to ask, she calls after me. Hey, you're the new guy who joined Shiori's party, aren't you? Yes. Is she going to give me a hard time about Shiori again? The guildmaster was asking about you. Me? Why? No idea. He wanted to know who you were and where you came from, and how did you end up working with Shiori, that sort of thing. I see. If you see him around, maybe you should talk to him. Alright, thanks for letting me know. It's all a little weird though. I know he tried to warn me about Shiori, but that would make the guildmaster take specific interest in me? Well, if I run into him, I'll talk to him. Right now, though, I need to focus on asking people about Ascendant Magic. Transition. That night I arrived at the inn first. I spent the day walking up to random people and asking them if they ever heard of Ascendancy or Ascendant Magic. No one had. On the plus side, at least they didn't seem to put off by me by asking. Maybe adventurers ask random questions of strangers all the time. The door opens and Aiko walks in. When she sees me, she joins me at the table. Any luck? No, me neither. I have to wonder if she actually tried, given her feelings about continuing along the story quest. It would probably insult her if I asked though, so I keep those thoughts to myself. Shiori bursts into the next inn and runs to our table. You look excited. Did you learn something? Which do you want first? Good news or the bad news? The bad news. The good news. We looked at each other. You always ask for the bad news first. The way the good news will cheer you up. If you say so. What's the bad news, Shiori? We can't get into the place we can't get into the place where we might learn more about Ascendancy. And the good news? I found a place where we can learn more about Ascendancy. Dots. Yeah, it really only works if I give the good news first. Well, what is this place and why can't we go there? And why does she look so excited when she came in, if she didn't find anything that can actually help us? I returned to the ancient library of Kerr to search for any reference to Ascendant Magic. I found one, but it was only a tiny reference. It mentioned Ascendant Magic as one of the primary interests of the worshippers at the Temple of Basel. So, what's the problem? Basel, I heard of that name. The Temple of Basel is one of the more popular raids. Raids? You mean like raid quests? You know about the raids? Is your memory returning? My memory of RPGs is just fine, thank you. My knowledge of how those things correspond to this world still isn't so good. Could you refresh my memory? I don't know much about raids either. Okay, rare adventurers item. Dungeons are special locations filled with powerful monsters, and that always certain fantastic rewards for any adventurers who makes it to the end. They're called raids because the economy is, and because at the start, adventurers would rush in and try to raid the rewards before anyone else. That was before they knew the rewards would replenish. Why do they replenish? I assure the monsters get new items ready. Why? Or maybe the gods replace the rewards. That makes sense. No, it doesn't! But, oh, never mind. So, if we do this raid, we'll learn more about Ascendant Magic? We might. However, the Temple of Basal is only open to parties with at least 4 members. Oh! Silence descends over us. It was hard enough to get an Aiko to join. How can we possibly get a 4th party member? Wait for the freaking girl with the daggers. Well, I guess we have to try, right? Transition. Last time, when we posted our requests for our healer, we left to wait. This time we wait in the hopes of roping in anyone who seems a little interested. Our request is simple. We need a temporary party member for a single quest in the Temple of Bazaar. One by one, adventurers walk to the board, look over the quest. One by one, they read and notice and turn away without more than a quick glance in our direction. By the time 5 people have ignored our request, I'm a bit annoyed. It's time to take more direct approach. When the next adventurer reads it, I step forward. Hi! What are you doing? I'm a new adventurer, and I've never been on a raid before. Want to join my party to help me out? The adventurer gives me a withered stare. By your party, do you mean hers? I glance back at Shiori. Well, yes, we're in the same party. No thanks. I glance at the stairs, departing back. This is ridiculous! Another person arrives to check the quest. She reads, there she is. She reads the notice. She gives us a quick look and turns away. Never mind, I step forward to stop her. Hey, I'm a new adventurer, and I really like to try out this raid. I'm not joining the traders party. Stand up for Shiori. Claim it's a different party. No, I'm fucking standing up for Shiori. What the fuck? Fuck you, bitch. There's no logical reason to believe Shiori would betray anyone. Besides, it's just a raid. Why would she betray us on a raid? I'm not taking any chances. Defeated, I step back to wait in silence again. Hearing their absurd beliefs about Shiori makes it even worse. She doesn't seem as angry as I expected though. Annoyed, yes, but not as much as she should be for someone who everyone believes is a traitor. Someone else arrives to look over the quest. She ignores our notice. Then another one arrives, he reads it and shakes his head. Aiko steps forward. Huh? What are you? It's okay. I'm the one the traitor will kill on our quest, so you'll be perfectly safe if you join our party. Don't say things like that! Wait, she believes? What? The adventurer leaves, but Aiko waves urgently to the next one who arrives. Once you join our party, it's just a single dungeon, and I'm the one who is doomed to die anyway. Stop saying that! Despite her efforts, it still isn't enough to sway anyone. We stay there until late in the evening. When we finally give it up, that's a lost cause and decided to try again tomorrow. Transition. After a long morning of failed recruitment attempts, we gather at the inn in the common street and to have lunch and try to think of a new plan, but mainly the common street. This is the worst. It's all my fault. I'm sorry. Don't blame yourself. But it is my fault. You two would have better luck forming your own party and asking 2 new members. What will be the point of that? This is your quest. I stare at her in shock. I expect her to leave at the first opportunity to have Shiori leave our party. She seems to be at a loss for words. Of course we could give up. Not a chance. Then? I guess we need a new plan. The Temple of Bazaar is out. Dr. Takozawa still needs a couple of days to complete his research. I don't suppose either of you found any reference to Ascendancy? Nope. None. Then, where do we go from here? Before either of us can answer, an unfamiliar voice cuts through our conversation. There she is, Dagger. I don't know what the voice I should give her, to be honest. Fuck, I don't know. You going to the Temple of Bazaar? A woman I'd never seen before walks up to our table. Not only is she carrying unsheathed daggers, but a very wary she moves makes it seem dangerous. I'm sure I've noticed someone like her in the town. From the baffled looks of Shiori and Aiko's face, they don't know her either. Who are you? Who are you? My name is... Hey, achievement party! Yeah, I got a new achievement, yeah. My name is Chisa. I am your 4th party member. We all stare at the woman. I know we posted a request for a new party member, and we can't exactly afford to be picky about who we take, but I didn't expect someone to approach us so bluntly about it. She sits at a table with us. Well, don't gawk. We need to prepare for the Temple of Bazaar. Are we going today? Shiori recovers her composure first. Yes, we can go today. As long as everyone is ready. The sooner we get it over with, the better. Sure, let's go today. Fuck yeah. Alright, it doesn't matter why she wants to join us. We need a party member, and she's interested, and that's all I need to know. Hayato, Aiko, neither of you has been under a raid before, correct? That's right. Well, yes? It's not like I can tell her I've gone on raids in MMORPGs. At best, she'll think I'm crazy. At worst, MMORPG means something here, and I'll have accidentally declared membership to some secret cult. What about you, Chisa? I've gone on many raids. In fact, I've been on the Temple of Bazaar many times. Is this why she want to join us? It's her favorite dungeon or something? Enough to overcome even Shiori's reputation? This one will be a little different. We aren't going to grab the rewards and rush for the boss. We need to do research along the way. Research? Supposedly the worshippers were interested in Ascendant magic. That's the legendary powers said to allow people to communicate with monsters. You heard of it? Obviously. Captain Takazawa would be so happy. Why are you researching it? It could have something to do with the Dark Wolves. And then there was this mysterious woman at the Sacred Spring. I can't shake the strange encounter from my mind. It couldn't have been a coincidence that we were at the Sacred Spring to investigate the attacks when she appeared, could it? It seemed like she wanted us to leave as quickly as possible, like she had something to hide. Then again, she left before us. Maybe she's naturally antagonistic. On the other hand, in this place, this could have been a start of a side quest. This is the point where we want to search at the Temple of Bazaar for any information about Ascendant magic. Still interested? Yes. Great! When can we leave? Wait. If we're going to go to the Temple of Bazaar raid, we need to stock up our curatives. Good point. Why? I mean, we have a healer. No offense to your healer, but I'd rather not place all of our hopes on her. But it's okay. I wouldn't want anyone depending on me anyways. Nevertheless, she sounds a little put out as she says it. The Temple of Bazaar is extremely dangerous, particularly if you plan to poke in every nook and cranny for clues about Ascendant magic. Okay. She raises from the table. I'll stock up on the items. We watch her leave the inn and then exchange baffled glances with one another. Is it just my amnesia, or is this a little weird? On one hand, people join new parties all the time. Some adventurers wait around until the party has an opening, especially if it has a specific question. She did say she has a lot of experience with the Temple of Bazaar. She might be a professional raider. And on the other hand, I find it hard to believe we're the only party planning to do this raid in the near future. Why did she pick us? Because we're the main protagonists and the main characters, basically. Maybe she wanted to help us out. Maybe. The dubious note in her voice suggests she doesn't share Aiko's optimistic appraisal of our new party member. Wait a minute. I see where this is going. This is the part where the mysterious person joins us and our party becomes divided due to mistrust of lacking communication. Oh no, I'm not letting this happen. Let's ask about her. What? Ask. We walk up to her and say, why do you want to join our party? Easy. And if she doesn't answer, she will. They both look a little skeptical about it, about that. But I stand up and lead the way out to the inn. Transition. Oh, I thought it was nighttime. What the hell? There you are. I bought several curatives. Add me to your party, so we can all use the items. Add her to the party? How? When Aiko joined? She just joined. Your party leader needs to add me. I glance over to my shoulder at Shiori and Aiko joins us. Shiori, is there a way to add Cheesy to our party? Yes, but first... She fixes Chise with an intense stare. Why do you want to join our party? I winced. When I said it in the end, it had a casual, curious tone. Shiori, however, makes it sound like an accusation. I have my reasons. What are they? For the time being, I prefer to keep the information to myself. My heart sinks. Has anyone else offered to join your party? No. Then you needn't be if you want to enter the Temple Bazaar. She's right. I glanced at Shiori and I gave her a tiny nod. She doesn't look happy, but she sighs. Fine, you're in. Perfect. Once again, she leaves first. As she heads toward the field, we follow her at a slower pace. Now what? It's awfully strange that she won't tell us why she wanted to join. There's nothing to worry about. Let's keep an eye on her. Let me quick save this. We'll just keep an eye on her. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on her. It doesn't seem overtly suspicious, but the world doesn't play by the rules. I know. Everyone here thinks Shiori could be a treacherous party member, because apparently traitors show up often enough to make it valid concerns of them. Good idea. If she makes a false move, we strike. Strike? I really hope it doesn't come to that. Outside of the town, I look around. For the first time, I realize I've never traveled far from Lightshiri, the library, the Sacred Spring, Dr. Takazawa's lab. It's a good hike to reach them, but nothing much when I consider that there's an entire world out here. Where is the Temple of Bazaar? Do you remember the forest where we gathered eggs? How could I forget? Indeed. What happened? Is there a story here? We don't have time for the stories. Her flat tone leaves no room for argument. Our new party member is not for one wasting time, it seems. She makes her point even clearer when she starts through the field without us. I guess she really wants to get this raid. Go on this raid. We hurry enough to catch up to her. I like the background music. Anyway, once you go through the forest, you'll eventually reach another forest. The Temple Bazaar is in there. What's in between? In between what? The forest! Nothing. Then, isn't it a single forest? No, you'll see. Somehow she makes it a simple phrase for forbidden. Transition. Oh, okay, I can see a little difference. Well, not really. When we reach the forest, I'm getting tired. Cheesy is far ahead of us, although still within sight. On one hand, I'm glad we haven't stopped to fight anything. On the other hand, a small risk could hurt. Excuse me. Aiko and I are barely lagging behind. Several yards ahead of us, Shiori looks back every now and then to make sure we're still there. My next skill point is going into endurance. There's an endurance skill? I really hope so. She stops and hunches over as she tries to catch her breath. Phew, not used to this. I stopped as well. Shiori, wait up a minute. These dumbasses. She turns and walks back to us with a frown. You two really need to improve your physical capabilities if you hope to make it as an adventurers. I know, but for now, can't we just take a quick rest? I am the party leader after all. She cups her hand around her mouth as she shouts to Cheesy, who gets further away with each passing moment. Hey, Cheesy! Chisa. Whatever. Hey! Oh, this bitch. No response. She scrawls and shakes her head. I'll go get her. She breaks into a run to chase down Chisa. Those two aren't exactly going to be best friends, are they? Aiko sits down on the nearby tree stump. I don't know why Cheesy is such an russ. Me neither. The forest is quiet as we catch our breath. Occasionally, a flapper soars by above us, but none of them attack. Time passes with no signal of Shiori and Cheesy. The forest gets even quieter. Oh no. Is it just me or is it getting a little bit too quiet here? She's right. The forest no longer feels peaceful so much as dead. She stands up and I place my hand on my weapon in case something happens. A twig snaps. We both whirl around. The stranger and I shout at the same time. You again? You again? Wait a minute. That's not the same person? Oh, that's not the same person. Kind of looks like it though. Kind of does look like Chisei. That's funny. Aiko puts her hands in front of her defensively as she expects to be shoved into something. Seeing this woman at the Sacred Spring was one thing, but meeting her on our way to the Temple of Bazaar too, it can't be a coincidence. Once again, we accuse each other in the unison. Are you following us? Are you following us? I paused. Us? Ah! I looked around for any sign for who she's traveling with, and she dashes away. Wait! I take a step towards her, but she's already vanished into the trees. That was weird. Could she be investigating Ascendant magic too? Approaching footsteps make us both jump, but it's only Shiori and Cheesy. Oh no, never mind. She is different. I thought that was the other. Okay. Did you see something? You look like you two look like you seen a ghost. The woman from the Sacred Spring was here. What? She asked if we were following her. Strange. We don't have time for this. If you've rested enough, let's continue on. As impatient as ever, I wonder how Shiori convinced her to go back for us at all. Maybe she's at least realized that she can't get in the Temple Bazaar without her full party. With a sigh, Aiko and I rejoin them and continue on through the forest. Transition. Whoa! One minute we were walking between the normal trees, but the next minute... Now do you understand why the two forests are considered separate? Yeah. Keep moving. We're almost there. She marches steadfastly, as if we're not in an evil forest of doom. Of course, if the Temple Bazaar is her favorite raid, she must be used to it. We keep walking, but I can't help but feel uneasy. Why does it look like this? The Temple Bazaar has corrupted the land around it. Corrupted? What about the monsters? Nothing lives out here. That's a relief, at least. If the temple's corruption makes the forest look this bad, I can't imagine what the corrupted monsters must look like. All corrupted beings move into the temple to be closer to their god. That is not comforting at all. Excuse me. We're gonna see them inside. It wouldn't be much of a raid if there weren't monsters now, would it? Well, shit, Shiori, I'm sorry. I knew I didn't want to be an adventurer. I'm starting to remember why I didn't want to be one either. And there's something in the Temple of about Ascendant magic. Like I said, the worshippers were researching it. While the creepy monsters were there, of course, the worshippers were corrupted too. Somehow I can hear the capital letters. She keeps mentioning worshippers, not worshippers. Is not a casual people who go to the temple to worship sort of word, but specific term to use to describe a group. I open my mouth to ask, but to just what sort of temple this is, and then a dark, creepy building comes into the view. I wonder if we can say, Sorry. We both stop dead and stare at it. Are we gonna see it? Up ahead, Cheese apparently realizes we stopped following her. What's the holdup? We're coming. It's their first time seeing the Temple of Bazaar, remember. It's, inspiring. When you're not used to it. Oh, inspiring. That's one word for it. The three of us follow Cheesy toward the temple doors, and I just hope it looks less ominous on the inside. Transition! Ooh, this looks cool. So much as for looking less ominous inside. This place makes my head hurt. Shiori, what sort of place is the Temple Bazaar? This doesn't look like anything like the church back at Lightshiri. Why would it be? I mean, why would it? It's nothing to do with our religion. The worshippers are generally considered to be a cult. I never had to guess. So the Bazaar god that they worship. Bazaar isn't a name of their god. It's the name of the land. Their land. Then why is it called the Temple of Bazaar? Because that's where it's from. She looks at me as though I'm dense. I try to work my way through this. You mean the building itself originally came from another country called Bazaar? That's right. The worshippers transported it here? No. Please don't tell me to walk. Oh no. Thank goodness. Then how did it get here? No one knows. But we suspect secret worshippers use dark rituals to open a portal, which transported their temple here. Oh. Seriously? Wouldn't most people just build a new temple? Did you say did it dark rituals? Yes. Are we gonna meet up with the worshippers? Running into crazy cultists on the raid never occurred to me. I wonder how the adventuring rules handle humans fighting other humans. It probably isn't good. No, we shouldn't run into them. They've long since abandoned this Temple of Bazaar. Ew. I thought you said they didn't mind the corrupted monsters around here, running around. They didn't. According to the stories, the Temple of Bazaar have became a haven for the worshippers to study arcane magic, performing the rituals, and of course worshiping Azula Rotha. God bless you. Huh? That wasn't a sneeze, Hayato. Azula is the god name. Azula. Really? I look at the temple, but I think about the name. Did I take the wrong turn and wander out the RPG land in some Lovecraftian horror game? Everyone, stay focused. It's hard to stay focused in the place that looks like this. Where should we look for clues? The worshippers conducted researches here, so we should find some sort of library or archives. Something about this what she nags at my thought. Like I forgot something important. Disturbed about the traps, dude. Disturbed by more than just a building. I walked with another mini boss. Alright. Others deeper into the temple. There it is! Ah! So this is what the corrupted monsters look like. Less gawking, more fighting. The monster certainly isn't going to wait for us to get our act together. It dives at Aiko, who repels it with a flash of light. I run towards and swing my sword. Shiori joins us with a burst of fire. Chise lunges out with her daggers. It's tougher than the regular flappers, but not as bad as all four of us working together. Chise is defending a boon into our team. With a quick strike and attacks, they don't seem to give monsters a minute of rest. We defeated the corrupted flapper and I let out a sigh of relief. Ah! This is just the beginning. Stay alert. Oh, wrong voice, whatever. As we proceed through the temple, it only got weirder. Not only that the architecture make my head spin, sorry about the chair, but soon we pass strange carvings, artwork, and endless abysses of the incredible monstrosity, and arcane symbols that make my skin crawl. Wait a minute. She walks into a club beneath a terrifying painting and returns with a sheet of paper in her hands. This is a note written by one of the worshippers? What? What? Why is it lying in the random corner? These notes are part of the Bazaar temple raid. Most adventurers skip them to get to the rewards as quickly as possible. Many of the creepier dungeons have scattered journals and messages like this. At this point, I shouldn't be surprised. I bet there are also locked doors we have to open by solving puzzles. We should look for every note. We should focus on the raid. Shit. I don't know. Let me quick save this though. I mean, it's good. We can probably look for a note, but also we should stay focused on the raid. I'm not, to my knowledge. Fuck it, we're looking for the note. Right. The more we find, the better our chances of learning about Ascendant magic. I haven't read the notes in a long time, but it could prove useful. What does the first one say? Let's see. For 12 days, I have been researching the phenomenon known as ascendancy. Hey, there you go. Ah! Strange tremors have been felt of late, and 3 of my fellow researchers have fallen ill. Our pleas of the Azelleroth go unanswered. Why has he fallen silent? We must find a way to reach him. This mystical power, we may be the key to our prayers. She folds up the paper and puts it in her inventory, I assume. So, they wanted to use Ascendant magic to communicate with their god? That's what it sounds like. If you finished here, we should move on. Once again, something tugs at my mind. What am I forgetting? I feel like I had a conversation that I never finished. I try to think my way through it, but then we reached a strange door. My thoughts grind to a halt. Shiori reaches for the door handle, but Cheesy holds up her hand. It's locked. We need to find 3 medallions. I knew it! I knew there was a puzzle door! All 3 of them look at me. Is your memory coming back? Well, whoa! Oh no, cute Whammer, it's turning dark. The corrupted Whammer bounces around us angrily and finally decided to attack Cheesy. She takes it out quickly before any of us can move. I still kind of feel bad fighting these things. Even the corrupt ones are cute. Cuteness has no effect on Cheesy. She sheaths her daggers with an passive expression and walks away from the door, twisting a lamp on a nearby wall, revealing a hidden passageway. We need to find the medallions. I trip through the secret passage leads us to a key, which opens a chest with a contain of green jewels, which Cheesy promptly takes back out of the passage and embeds in the paint on the other side, on the hall to open another secret passage. Along the way, we fight more corrupted flappers and whammers, and Shiori picks up another note. It sounds like this was written by the same researchers. Ascendancy proves elusive. Azelleroth remains deaf to our cries. 5 more have fallen ill. We don't have much time left now. I only have one hope. I will go to the sanctum and speak to Azelleroth. Don't tell me that they gave up on Ascendant magic and we came in here for nothing. We don't know that yet. Keep moving. The passage leads us to 1 medallion and another key, which opens a door that gives us the combination to a safe, which opens a safe hidden behind painting to give us the next medallion and a note. What is it? Listen to this. This insufferable researcher thinks ascendancy is the solution to our problems. Does he not realize that the ancient powers was taken away from humanity for a reason? It is not the domain of men, but the domain of gods. If we try to make ourselves gods, we will be punished. Well, that's ominous. Sounds like the worshippers didn't all agree on what to do about their problem. Is that all it says? She's interested. That's a surprise. I expected another command to keep moving. Wait, there's something scribbled at the bottom here. Starmac E5 N3 to T2. Huh? Thank you. She continues through the temples as a comprehensible string of letters and numbers, meaning that something to her. We exchange glances to follow her. She stops in front of the strange sculpture of the star that changes the appearance even as I look at it. East 5, north 3 steps. Then she taps her foot twice on the floor. A carpetment in the floor slides up to reveal the final medallion. Unfortunately, it's bound into place by several black metal straps. How do we get it out? There are hidden switches on the floor. We need to press them all at once to get the final medallion. So, we all need to stand in on one. Not exactly. Whew. There are several switches. This might be awkward. Great. I'll stay here to grab the medallion once it's free. She crouches beside the carpet. Hayato, it's probably best if you stand a few on the far switch. Walk towards the star sculpture until you hear a click. I obeyed, and when the floor clicks beneath my foot, I turn to look at her. I think I found it. Good. Shiori, you're next. Walk to your left until you hear a click. Shiori takes a few steps. Is that it? Now, slide your right foot to side until you hear another click. Alright. Now bend over and find 2 more switches. Oh my god, with your hands. You must be joking. Oh my god. Aiko, you need to find the remaining switches. I have a bad feeling about this. While Shiori feels along the temple floor for the hidden switches, Chisi instructs Aiko on where to find the rest. She awkwardly contorts herself even as Shiori drops to her knees with a grumble and complaint about how nothing is ever easy. I stare at them in a bafflement. Well, and water is okay. Well, that's a nice position there, I guess. I'm sorry. It's oh my fucking gosh. God, Shiori, you're the one on Aiko's switches. What? How? Never mind. Aiko, slide your foot forward. Okay. Hey, don't you have any respect of personal space? Would you rather rather it was Hayato? What's that supposed to mean? Let's get this over with. Aiko wiggles her fingers a little further along the ground. Found it. I'm on all of mine now. We wait. Nothing is happening? We should have it, Shiori. You must be, you must not have, you must not be on one of your switches. Maybe she's the one missing a switch. I'm glad all I have to do is stand here. Shiori's arms and legs tremble from the effort of holding herself in this position. Move a little to the left. Now I know the worshippers weren't insane. No sane person would go through all this just to have a negative temple. They wiggled around a little bit longer. Then the last stripes around the medallion slides away. Jesus snatches it. Got it. Thank goodness. She collapses on the floor in relief. Shiori distantly angled herself, and Aiko stands up after a moment. Aiko pauses. You know what? I think this has been a good enough long episode. Oh my god, my voice is killing me, and I gotta go, guys. So, without further ado, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode too. So, without further ado, guys, I hope you guys have a good night, good evening, good morning from where from. So, peace out and sayonara. So, bye bye.